Good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing today? I have another rant video for you guys because I enjoyed yesterday's one, and I want to be. I really don't care to be fair, because these are my blogs and these are my thoughts and opinions along with information that I read. But some people call me a fanboy, and you know what? I am a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of Google. I'm a fanboy of Android. It's no big deal. No skin off my back. But I do have a bone to pick with a good friend of mine, Google. I do have a bone to pick with them. So welcome to this rant video about Google LTE-A. Something that I've been praying for the longest time. I've mentioned this before on Google+. I've mentioned it on Twitter. Hell, I even mentioned it on Facebook, and I'm like winging myself away from Facebook. The only time I go to Facebook is just to check the fan page, and that's it. I don't actually go on there anymore for like personal stuff. I try to for the sake of family, but you know what? I don't know. That's a whole different topic. But so Google LTE-A, wireless service for you and for me. And as they pitched out at Mobile World Congress, today in the USA, tomorrow the world. There's a lot of things wrong with this. The approach is wrong. The setup is wrong. But it's a great idea, Google. It really is. Pat yourself on the back for that one. Because I support Google jumping into the mobile wireless service. I support it fully because we need change. We need someone to come in and shake it up a bit. I'm tired of seeing the same crap. With AT&T does this, Verizon's going to do the same thing. Then followed by, Sprint. Then followed by T-Mobile. Lately, Sprint's been trying to do its own thing because it's taking a page out of T-Mobile's book, who sits there and says that we're doing our own thing and we're changing the wireless game. And everyone's buying that BS. And, AT&T is like, oh my God, we're going to lose subscribers to this, so let's just do them but make it our own. And Verizon's like, we're going to do everything you guys are doing and still charge. That's Verizon. We need something different. And Google can be that avenue, but they're not trying to be. Let's start off with their device. And I say device because there's only one. There could possibly be future devices that could probably open up to BYODs. But for right now, there's only one, and that's one very reason that frustrates me and upsets me. One, Nexus 6. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the Nexus 6. I think it's a very good phone. I think that it does what it's supposed to do. Some people don't like its size. Some people don't like its battery life. Some people hate the camera. And you know what? But those are all subjective, wants. They're not technically necessities, and it does what it's supposed to do. It performs the way it's supposed to perform. Sometimes there's bugs. I give you guys that. And that could be frustrating. But in general, it does what it's supposed to do. But it's like a $600, almost $800 phone. And not everyone drops $800. I mean, not everybody wants to spend, $1,000 with tax on the phone. And it's not open up to bring your own device. And that's what really pisses me off because, I know for a fact I'm not the only person in the world that has a bunch of mobile devices sitting on their desk, okay? I know a lot of people do. You guys probably have a couple of Android devices sitting in your table, because not everybody uses that recycling bag that comes with prepaid devices or even postpaid devices. They don't recycle their devices. For those who do recycle, 2 thumbs up. You guys are awesome for doing that. But most people don't, only because they feel like if they break their new device, their new device gets stolen or damaged, they have a backup device that they can use while their new device is getting replaced or fixed or whatever. They got a backup device to use, and they don't have to reprogram it with all the apps and contacts and all that stuff because it's already in there. It's just been deactivated. So you got a lot of those sitting around, and those aren't accepted just yet. There's no plans or talks of it. That really pisses me off. Like, I did another video about Google LTE-A and the rumors and all that stuff about it, and I said that they should open up to all Nexus devices, Google Play Editions, and Moto devices, but maybe it's even too soon for that. So let's just say, why not pick 3? Pick 3 devices out of each category. The Nexus 6 you guys already have, so pick 2 more. Pick 1 Google Play Edition device and 1 Moto device and add that into your catalog, and now you have 3 devices, options. Because it's funny, you know, Google, the mother company to Android, you know, because Google purchased Android. And Android's slogan is "Be together, not the same." But you know, you kind of look at that and laugh when you look at Google LTE-A, and it's like "Be together, not the same." One device. No, that's not gonna work. I don't know. Moving away from that real quick before I end this video, another thing that kind of like, you know, frustrates me about Google is the fact of how they have this passive BS attitude. Passive. Oh, we don't want to compete against other carriers. We don't want to compete. We're not to be a threat. We're leasing portions of Sprint and T-Mobile. And we shouldn't be considered a threat to Verizon or AT&T. Let's cut the crap. All right, you're Google, okay? Google is spidered into almost anything in this world. All right, they're involved in the environment. They're involved in audio. They're involved in home, like, you know, home technology. They're involved in mobile technology. They're involved in health technology. Jesus, they're involved. I mean, they're involved in freaking. Well, I guess you can consider aviations because they're flying drones over New Mexico to put out Wi-Fi signals and stuff, along with Project Loon, which is a balloon that flies 6 months at a time that beacons Wi-Fi signal to remote places that don't have Wi-Fi or any type of mobile internet connectivity. Okay, when you have a company that big, how the hell are you going to sit there and try to be so passive to say that we are not going to compete? You're competing whether you like it or not. Here's an analogy for all you guys to better understand this. For Google to say that they're not going to compete against, you know, the main mobile service providers in the United States is like saying that we're going to take a 4-ton boulder and drop it in Lake Erie and it's not going to make a single splash or ripple. That's just BS. A 4-ton boulder is going to make waves. It's going to push boundaries, which is what Google's initial intent is, to push the boundaries, to find a better way of doing things, and to cut prices, because everyone knows when Google gets involved in things, prices get cut. Why are you gonna sit there and say you're not gonna compete? Like, Google, you need to stop being pacifist. Don't go over there and, like, you know, pet their hands. It's okay, Verizon, we're just gonna take 8 subscribers. We're just gonna have 8 subscribers. You still get your millions. Like, forget the crap. All right, this is not the time to be allied with any of them. All right, if you are gonna step in the ring, then you need to put the gloves on and box. You can't just throw the gloves out and walk out the ring. All right, this is not how it's gonna work, or you're gonna fail on your project. And for those subscribers who subscribe to Google Wireless or Google LTE-A, those are your biggest supporters, because they're the ones that have been waiting for it for a long time. So they will jump both feet into the pool, into Google Wireless service, and experience your service. So, yeah, start throwing lefts and rights. A couple of body shots, maybe, like, you know, straight cross, a couple of uppercuts. Gonna have to compete no matter what, because once you launch your mobile service, Verizon and AT&T probably already have an ad made to combat Google LTE-A. They probably already have one. They're probably already prepared for it. Sprint and T-Mobile really don't have to worry all too much because they're leasing portions of the network, but at the same time, they kind of do. Because if Google grows so big and decides to take on its own, just how many people are going to walk away from Sprint and T-Mobile? I sure as hell know a lot of people will walk away from Sprint, because Sprint, in their bullshit double billing, excuse my French, you know, T-Mobile is still riding coattail for a little bit, but they're about to pass and become number 3. I mean, these are the things that they got to take into account. Gotta stop being pacifist in this. Not in this area. You can do all that with other projects you guys have, but not in becoming an MVNO in a, you know, in a mobile service provider. You cannot be that passive. There's aggression in this, and I'm not trying to say like you guys have to go full throttle, like you guys are evil and gonna steal every subscriber that has a smartphone. No, but you're gonna want to hold on to a good chunk of it, because if not, then what's the sense of doing all this? Keep that in mind. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. You guys can do so in the comment section of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please do so. We still love you, Google. Just get your head on right. See you guys next time. a tech giant that I prefer, and that's Google. Well, we're going to be talking about Google Wireless and where it's wrong and why did that thing pop up. I mean, Google's so huge. They're so big. Everyone knows what they are, and they keep setting off all the the now searches. My devices are listening. In my eyes, as you know, as the big tech company, Google's trying to be passive, and oh my gosh, man, really?